buses with homeless people coming to San Diego. That's how many people are describing the influx of homeless people coming here to San Diego, my hometown. We also have evidence that cities, in some cases, are paying for one-way tickets, one-way bus tickets to ship homeless people out of their city, and many of them are coming here to California, including San Diego, and the homelessness in San Diego is rapidly rising. Also, LA, Los Angeles, has become so overwhelmed with homelessness. Just do a search for Venice Beach homeless, and it's insane, all of the homeless people along the beach, boardwalk, and sidewalk. But it's getting so bad in LA, a lot of them are also coming here to San Diego. Let's get into a recent article here. Recent article out of the San Diego Union Tribune. Why does it seem like more homeless are on the streets? There's more tents lining the streets than ever before. Now, most of us here on this channel, if you've been on this channel for a while, you know the economic reasons. But what else could be happening? Are there more people coming from out of town here to warmer states like California and city of San Diego? Well, the evidence says yes, Greyhound buses full of people arriving here in San Diego full of homeless, and that's how some people are describing. Now you see some volunteers right here with the Alpha Project, and they do homeless programs, and they try to help people find shelters and places to get food, and amongst lots of other things. Now, some workers from the Alpha Project have been reporting that they've noticed a big influx in homeless people. And there's a quote right here, quote, "There's a reason why they're coming here. People are coming out in Greyhound buses. I have not seen this many new people." Also, kids, they have to go to school. They're having to walk along the sidewalks full of tents, or they're having to walk in the streets in some cases because there's so many tents now filling some of the sidewalks that some of these kids have to walk down. And another worker with the Alpha Project said he frequently gets calls from people in other states asking about shelters and services here in San Diego. So part of it is we do have a lot of homeless programs here in San Diego. The other part is I think it's just the weather, right? What kind of homeless situation would be sleeping in a snowstorm? You know, how much worse would that be? Right? So I think if I was homeless, I would try to find a bus ticket to California also, or at least someplace warmer if I was from a northern state. And we've reported on this, I think, a few times. And even several years ago, we started noticing more articles like this one here. Thousands of homeless people given one-way ticket out of town. And this is out of newser.com. And this article reports right here that the city of New York spends $500,000 annually to relocate homeless people out of New York into other cities. And in some cases, they even buy plane tickets to send them out of the country. And you see this guy sitting here in the red cap. I'm wondering if he thinks America was made great again. Or, like most of us know, the last 4 years was one of the biggest economic disasters in world history here in the United States. Also, Vice did an article on this topic. Instead of helping homeless people, cities are busing them out of town. Right, again, we have to point the finger here. The economic recovery is not helping most people. It's helping a lot of the people at the very top. The billionaires are doing better than ever. But why are we seeing these big surges, these big rises in homelessness? Right, I noticed it just driving through San Diego. A lot more tents on the streets. The workers from the Alpha Project are saying they're seeing busloads of homeless people being dropped off. Cities are paying people, homeless people, to go ahead and get out of town. And with all the problems that we're already seeing here in California, how are cities like San Diego going to afford, who knows, tens of thousands of additional homeless people over the next few years? And we know what they're going to do. They're going to just raise taxes on the people that are working. And that's why I've been preparing my family. I'm saying that we probably can't stay in California. At some point, we're going to have to go ahead and leave. Now, currently, for our situation personally, California the benefits outweigh the negatives, but it's shifting in the other direction very, very quickly. but we have to factor in family situations, jobs, resources. But it's getting very, very unbalanced now. The balance is starting to shift, more negatives than positives for us anyways. But just wait until they try to come after the working people to pay for all this influx of homeless people and the shelters and the food handouts. Right, here's another example. Council approves $100,000 to bus homeless out of King County. Right, again, where are they going and who is going to pay for all this? Guess what? It's going to be the working person. And what's that going to do when they start raising taxes and taking bigger portions of everyone's paycheck? Well, more people are going to be incentivized just to sit on the sidelines, live on unemployment or stimulus checks, or possibly become homeless themselves. Right, so this situation is only going to snowball. The more they try to get the working people to pay for all this, the more people are going to become homeless, and it's going to compound the problem. Right, nothing is being done to reverse this direction, to reverse this situation. Right, now the governor here in California, he's been going around. He went to LA, he came down here to San Diego. He says he's got this big rescue package. Let's go ahead and take just a brief look at it. Recent article out of Reuters. The California governor announces $12 billion homeless plan. Will this fix the problem? Will it be a permanent solution, or is it just a band-aid on a broken leg? Let's take a look at it. The governor recently announced that he was committing $12 billion towards the state's seemingly intraceable homeless problem. And what he said was the largest amount of money spent at one time to get individuals and families off the streets. The move comes as LA, San Francisco, and San Diego, along with smaller cities and towns, grapple with mushrooming homeless populations and the spread unsanitary conditions and disease in blighted communities. And he's calling this the California Comeback Plan, and he's saying it seeks to end homelessness within 5 years. That's a pretty big goal, a pretty big claim. To say that you're going to fix homelessness within 5 years. And it says here, of the $12 billion, $7 billion of that would be used to acquire more temporary housing under Project Roomkey, a program in which the state provides money for cities and counties to rent hotel rooms for people living on the streets. Okay, it sounds good, right? But what happens after the billions of dollars runs out? Who's going to pay for the hotel rooms after that? Right, and guess what? They will come after working people to help pay for all this billions in spending to, quote, end homelessness in California. Another $1.75 billion would be spent to build affordable homes, $450 million to add student homelessness, and $150 million to stabilize, rehouse people given shelter under Project Roomkey. Right, so you see nothing's being done to address the major underlying problem, and you know what it is. What? The rising cost of living, the housing bubble, the banking system where banks can loan out endless amounts of money, therefore home prices rise to infinity until the banks are finally held accountable. Will that ever happen? Nobody knows, but we know this homeless situation is getting worse and worse and worse. If you're a working person, hold on to your wallets and continue to prepare, because it's going to get more and more difficult the way that things are being run in this country, basically run into the ground. And the only thing that can fix this is an absolute collapse, a deflationary credit freeze type of stoppage in this banking system. We also call it pulling the plug on the money printers. Will it ever happen? I doubt it, so continue to prepare. Hope everybody's good. We're going to end this report here. Stay well, stay safe, keep stacking, be well. Bye for now.